Welcome back to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight, we are reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3, Episode 3.
Oh,
and he's telling me to wait, so he got something he wants to say. Hurry up.
Got the number to start your channel.
Thank
that's
you.
what's up. Yeah.
He came all the way from the room upstairs. Okay, so Tisha visit Mel at her new home. It was a real fake encounter between the two of them. Tisha brings her a bottle of their champagne chocolate in the bottle. That sounds disgusting. When I think of that, it makes me feel like my stomach is gonna bubble up. That seems like something that would give you bubble guts.
I mean, is it chocolate or is it just called chocolate in a bottle?
It's she said it's champagne with a hint of chocolate, like the taste.
So this is funny. Like some years back, me and a coworker were talking about, I don't even know how it came up. It was probably a hair color. You know, we was like naming the color of highlights and somebody said something like chocolate champagne. And I was like, interesting. So I was like, I'm gonna try that. So I had some chocolate ice cream and I poured champagne on top of it. And it was not good. So chocolate champagne was not a good combination. It looked pretty. It was real pretty.
It's a pretty bottle.
It's a pretty highlight color too, but it ain't really so tasty.
Yeah. So she bought her a bottle from their thing. I felt like it was more of like, see what I'm doing type moment. You know what I'm saying? Not so much like, a genuine gift,
Well, Tisha's not genuine. I didn't see anything wrong with her bringing the champagne, but she should have brought it like in a basket with some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, don't just promote,
It was a look at me now,
But I mean, I give Melanie props for like, girl, go ahead and use this platform to promote your thing. And Mel is not a hater.
The whole thing, they were both very pleasant towards each other. It just wasn't genuine. The whole
who's gonna be genuine back to whatever that is that they
Yeah. See what that was, that see, that's why I'm not on reality TV. Because see, she would never be in my house.
Never again. I wouldn't even see the point of trying to even have any more conversation with her, but Mel was at the birthday party, like they're trying to, I guess for the sake of they are on a show and Mel is the executive producer, so she, it is what it is. I think in real life they never would probably do that. Tisha wants to be Mel, but she won't give Mel the respect of being the boss bitch that she is.
Right.
And Mel,
so bad.
I think Mel see you now, Tisha, so she gonna be real careful about, how she deal with you. But Mel says something that, two things. Mel's hair. I know that's her signature thing, that piece, and I ain't even mad at it. I just wish that whoever her hairstylist is, Mel, she's been in Atlanta a lot. No, just go ahead and get your hair done in Atlanta. I feel like the extensions, the blonde piece, if it was just a little more ombre, because they got hair that's like black at the root and blonde, then it wouldn't be like that little thing, that little black piece of hair, and then that part. And I want Mel to just get a haircut. Just cut it. Just cut it. All of that, thinking about getting up using a little curling iron and Alabama's hot ass, just cut it. And, she's like that close to having it be real fly, but she, it's got a little bit of country on it and it just gets on my nerves.
The country though, that's the whole thing.
But I just want it's just almost there. It's just almost there.
So Mel says that she is relearning herself and enjoying her quiet time. Tisha says that she likes this new Mel, opposed to who?
I know, because I see the same Mel.
That was some slight,
I see the same Mel.
You know, I like this new Mel. Mel, like, no, it's not.
Well, you know what? I mean, not
I
that
am.
we saw it, but I would imagine that Mel that was going through a lot of shit, you know, was probably carrying that energy with her. The new Mel probably does feel a little bit lighter. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, if you going through it, but if you knew her before then, like she said, this is the Mel I once knew. So yeah, it's not a new Mel. This is just me.
It's just Mel without being.
That was me
you know,
when I was going through
nobody
stuff, but this is
nobody
me.
is their self when they're going through. You know, her
Right.
husband had a whole baby. You know, the 5-year
Right.
relationship. So
Tisha says COVID has brought her and Marcel closer together. But now he has been extremely busy with his new project, and she don't want business to take over. And that's when Mel made that comment about staying committed to the goal. And she did say that she did not want their marriage to end up like her and Martell. So she was trying to be genuine. Like, I really don't want to see y'all apart, but you know, I'm not even gonna say she's being genuine. She said that because she know how Tisha feels. You know what I'm saying? But she still knows what she knows in the back of her head, and there's nothing gonna change that. So,
well, not just that, but Tisha is not somebody like, you gotta be careful what you say to her for her to, you know, take it like you might be trying to be genuine. You know, because when Tisha says she would consider counseling and she doesn't think that you should wait till something is wrong before you talk to somebody, and I was like, wow, that was very mature of her. I didn't expect her to receive it like that. Yeah.
But she
because the regular Tisha would have been like, what does she mean by that? Just because her marriage, you know.
She trying, I guess. But she said he ain't doing it because the Scots know everything. And I could see Marrige and Marcel both acting like they don't need anything.
They don't go to counseling. Nope.
So we see Martell. He is applying snake repellent to his mother's house, around his mother's house. It's a wonder he ain't choking die with his snake ass. I was like, why it don't work?
Oh, that shit doesn't work.
Clearly. Martell to his mom about his interaction with his mother-in-law. Okay. He says that she started to get disrespectful and said that it didn't feel right when he hugged her. And then his mom was like, what's wrong with her? What she mean it didn't feel right? You know, she instantly went there. And it's more so too, because it's the way Martell tells the story. He never tells it coming from how it really went down. It's always going to be the way Martell sees it.
Well, and how come she don't see it like that? Because Martell said, so when I got to Mel's house, she ended up slamming the door in my face. Well, why'd she do that? You know, he only tells the side of the story. He never tells what happened.
Right. It's always the way Martell sees it, because he's the victim and everything. He got to make everybody else look bad and him look like the poor innocent soul.
Well, then he said, Mel's mom opened the door. It was good to see her. I hadn't talked to her since she blocked me. Well, why'd she do that? Why doesn't his mother ask him any of those questions? Well, why'd she block you? Well, why did Mel slam the door? Because that's what I would have said. If my son would have came to me and said, well, I went to so-and-so's house and she ended up slamming the door in my face, and I would have been like, well,
why'd she do that?
Why'd she do that?
Yeah.
Why'd she do that?
But she's an enabler. We know that. This is the same woman was like, you a good man, Martell. You know, that's the type of woman. She do that. She do that to him.
She got on the TV and disrespected Mel's mother. And, you know, first of all, it's easy for you to say Mel is always going to be your daughter-in-law because Mel didn't do shit. Martell, he did a lot of stuff, and you know this. You know it.
He personally attacked Mel's mom. You know, what was the thing that I was trying to remember because he has done so much.
So much.
Because he had put something out on social media about keeping the kids away from the mom. And that's what
See, I didn't even know that. I did watch that video where he was walking around and kids was in the garage and he was talking about the brother and they were so rehearsed. That's the kind of shit he does. And when I watched that video, it was a long, like 12 minutes of being super uncomfortable.
So yeah.
And at first I was like, well, why does his mother, why she need to talk to him? But that was before I knew he was on social media.
He was on social media.
Talking smack about her.
Their mama know that, but like I said, she that's why Martell is the way she is, because he ain't never been around nobody genuine that really tells him about himself. He used to getting them little fake praises. That's why he walk around there like that.
But just the way he tells the story, I was like, he beats so much on bullshit. I don't know how you can listen to him tell a story. That sounded so crazy. So when I got to Mel's house, she ended up slamming the door in my face. And not once did you want to know why she slammed the door. That seems like you went to the house and you got from the car to the door and she slammed the door in your face. Like what, you know.
And then he said, I'm the kid's daddy. I'm there to get the kids. I'm the daddy. And she like, right. I'm like.
He said, some people need to get a life. She sure got one with them eyebrows drawn on. She's what's wrong with Martell. It's her fault. I blame her.
It is. So we see Marceau. Marceau talks about business. It's getting better. It's going up. However, he talks about people support that whole black owned business. It only lasts a couple of months. He said, especially when people realize that their drink prices is not that low, then the value of the business kick in. See, we do try to support Black owned business, and everybody around that time was like, yeah, buy black. But like you said, the business, the value of the business is the only thing that's gonna keep you coming back.
Listen, I frequent this Jamaican restaurant, and I have been going to this Jamaican restaurant since they opened. Sometimes when I'm on my, and when I'm at work, I don't have time for a whole lunch break. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, let me run down here and get a beef patty. Every single time, I go to get a beef patty, I can't use my card because you got to spend at least $5, right? So I give her $3. She gonna open the drawer and say, I don't have no change. Every single time. And I'm like, so why though? Why am I being made to pay more? Because you never have change. It's a restaurant. I called up there the other day. I was like, let me order, some food on the way home. It's dinner time, but we're out of chicken and we're out of rice. And it's going to be another hour and 45 minutes. So you're right. We do support. We support. I usually don't have that happen when I call the pizza restaurant across the street because it's a small business and I'm trying to support that. I never call there and say we were all out of pizza.
Well, you was on the phone with me while I was trying to support a Black business. And
I feel like it took you 3 hours.
It literally
and you ordered ahead of time.
I ordered it and they told me an hour and I left and I gave them an hour and a half. Went back, stood in line before I even get in the window for another hour, left, and they pulled me over to the side. And then I sat there. I left, went and got my baby some food from somewhere else because at this point, my baby hadn't ate. You know what I'm saying? And then it was another hour and it was literally like 3 hours just trying to get this food. Was the food good? Yes, the food was good. Have I been back? Absolutely not. And
That's
then when
too long.
when you came to the window, it was like Here you go. No, I'm sorry for your wait. No, here's a complimentary drink. Anything. No, here you go. And you know, I went to Taco Bell the other day. I was in line. I mean, really wasn't no longer than usual, but when I got to the window, they were just like, oh, we sorry for your wait. Handed me a coupon for a free taco. One taco. That was smart. I'm coming back because I'm getting my taco.
But
you
I'm
want
your taco.
You know what I'm saying? Then they seen the baby in the back of the car and was like, oh, you want a free slushie for the baby? Because, you know, you had to wait longer. That's all people ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, Black-owned businesses have to stop hiring your cousin and your sister and your brother-in-law if they don't know what they're doing. That's part of the problem because, you know, you got your sister to be like, you know, sister-in-law, whatever. They don't care because they don't have to because they're family.
They don't care. Remember I told you, I pulled up to the window and the girl had a gun on her hip. At the window. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay.
Well, that never happens when I go to Chick-fil-A.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So he talks with Jalen and he tells Jalen, you know, he's an outgoing guy and he wants to make sure that the guest sees that. And Jalen's like, hold up, clearly you don't know me. I'm not like that around strangers. I'm not a people person. You can tell Jalen is not a people person.
I'm so glad he said that because last season everybody was giving Jalen a hard time. And I was like, I think he's just uncomfortable with all these cameras and stuff around. Now he's a little more comfortable, but he's not an outgoing person. You know, that's not who, you know, that's not
he's
who
not.
he is.
And if we could see that from here and you know him, then you know that he's not an outgoing person. And he said Marceau is good at doing all that talking, but he's not good at teaching.
Well, I don't know what it is about a restaurant business, maybe because you eat in a restaurant, but people always want to open their own restaurant. That is so hard. That is so hard, especially when you don't have any experience. Marceau doesn't want to pay a general manager. So then he put Jalen in there, who told you he doesn't have any experience. You want Jalen to run your business without giving him a blueprint. He's asking you, tell me what you want, you know. And it's a simple thing. How is he supposed to know like how many cups and stuff to order if he's never done this before. He doesn't know.
Yeah. And he told you going in. And your agreement was that you was going to give him on the job training. And then he said every time he asks you for something, you are a teacher, y'all criticize him and say, figure it out.
Well, what does Marceau know about running a restaurant? He's a construction person. He knows nothing. Oh my God. What does she know about anything?
You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna hire a general manager to train him, but it's assistant general manager. So he still has Jalen over this person who's supposed to train Jalen.
Why am I gonna go take a job to train my boss?
Marceau gonna end up in trouble.
Why don't we make Jalen the assistant manager and just hire a GM?
Because he don't want to pay. Because he's probably already underpaying Jalen. And he don't want to pay nobody else.
Well, GM, that's an important job.
Mm-hmm.
That's who runs your restaurant. That's who, if something comes up in the middle of the night, that's who you call to go fix it. You know, but you got to pay somebody.
And it sounds like he is. Jalen, that is what Jalen doing. But you mad when Jalen don't execute it the way you want it to be executed. What he said, how did he say it to the essence? Let me say, Jalen's not pushing himself to the level of excellence that he wants for Black and himself.
How is he supposed to know what the level of excellence is if you didn't show him what it is?
I kind of feel like too. To
be honest, one of them should always be there. Because they're new to this. How do they know how the restaurant runs? If Marceau's not there, Tisha should be there. One of them should always be there. until it gets running to a place where, because I would never want to walk in my business and have hired some GM that I don't know anything, he knows everything. How am I supposed to know where my money is going?
Tisha is so petty. If he asked Tisha anything, I could see her being just real petty and nasty towards him because she
got a feeling way about Kimmy.
That's how petty she is.
Well, it's your shit. At the end of the day, he can go back to work wherever he was working before.
She don't really want to do no work. She just want to say, look at me, this is what I have. But she ain't trying to put in the work. So Martell meets up with Mel mom. She tells him that it's hard to heal the pain. It's hard to heal if the pain is still being inflicted. Okay. She brought up the post talking about him keeping the kids away from her. She was saying that because of what he posted, people was attacking her. So she catching it from you and she catching it from outside people.
Who dressed this dude? What is he wearing? I'm sorry.
Who?
Martell.
Oh, sure, something tight.
Like Garanimals.
He said Mel wasn't speaking to him and she was his only outlet to the kids. And then she took that away. So she's supposed to just keep letting you dog her out and still be like, here, Martell. Yep, come over my house to see the kids. Like, he's so delusional.
No, I don't want to see you.
And then, of course, he talked about being disrespected because that's his big thing.
I'm glad she cut him off. She's like, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. Like, you was out here cheating, you know. Yeah. She said, people do it every day. Well, I'm not people. Yeah, you are.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
And then he go back to he was cheating because Mel was disrespecting him. Like, it's never nothing is his fault. And I don't even know why. I don't know. I don't even know why we having a conversation with him because this is like talking to a wall. He did a whole lot.
She felt like she needed it. I don't know. I guess like if he was somebody that you could have a genuine conversation with, you know what I mean, and have some type of understanding, then maybe. But I feel like you wasting your breath with this dude.
You is. Something mentally is not right with him.
Just to send the kids out to the car. When he pulls up, let them niggas run out. Like, why are we still trying to?
I don't know why.
And on top of that, she says keep things off of social media. But then after Mel saw what his mama said about her mother, she on social media cussing his mama.
She on there recently.
She saw it the same time we saw it, apparently. So when she saw it, she went on her IG and she posted this long thing and, you know, directed at his mother, pretty much on some, we don't talk smack about you over here. How dare you say, you know, the things that you said. I'm paraphrasing, you know, about her mother, but she basically let it be known to his mother that she didn't appreciate that shit. You know, we don't disrespect over here. So why are you doing that? And it was disrespectful. Like his mother got all in that conversation, like, and directed shots. Well, at least I got a life. Yeah. You know, you taking shots at her mother for what? Like your son didn't do nothing. You heard what he said. I tried to hug her and she got disrespectful instead of you saying, well, how? What happened? You leaving all the parts of the story out except for the part where you talking about she got disrespectful. I didn't even see that happen. Now I was like, do I need to go back and watch this again? Because I didn't see her get disrespectful.
She did. Maybe not want to hug him. Maybe he thought that was disrespectful.
Well, if Mel slammed the door in his face and she was the one that had to open it, she was feeling some type of way when she opened the door. Like, because
they cut it. And because you could tell something wasn't right. Because the last time we saw they were sitting
on the porch
together. And next time we saw he had to ring the doorbell to come in. So clearly something had happened.
Something happened and you want to come in and hug her. She ain't hugging you because y'all energy is all fucked up. So
I mean he agreed to not put it on social media, but we know that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna work because now that Mel says something, now he gonna feel obligated to say something.
You know he is. And he got real dirty. So I don't tell him. So we see Tiffany's family for the first time. They both have a son apiece. So they have a bonded family, and they said the brothers have bonded together. She said a lot of stuff about them being newlyweds together. They have all this relationship advice. I mean, okay, but we'll see in a few seasons. Y'all,
I don't like her.
Melanie was talking like that at the beginning too. Like, we'll see.
I don't like her.
I don't like her either.
And I mean, I didn't like her then. Like, I didn't like her last week a little bit. I was like, I don't know about her. Then when I seen her with her husband, that fake and phony bullshit,
It was just too much. And we're going to be newlyweds together, and this is what you do. And I hope people can have this kind of happiness. Stop. She said Mel invited her to Destiny party. She says she has met her, but doesn't know her.
First, she said she didn't know her. Now she's saying she met her, but she doesn't know her.
Yeah. Clearly, she know a whole lot. When she got in the circle about a whole lot of everybody, clearly. But we'll be back to her. Tisha for Cigar Week. Marceau had some last minute things. He had to set up for chocolate in the bottle.
What he had to do, girl?
Yeah, he had to spend some time with his side people all the time. We understood that.
He looked so relaxed. He was laid back,
but he had to hear because he couldn't see that she was on this side. You know what I'm saying? She called him know that she's there. He's upset because he said, they ain't put the labels on the bottle right. Once again, neither one of them was there to make sure the stuff is being done right, but you're calling them incompetent. But it's at the end of the day, it's your company. But, it is what it is. She tell him she wants some romance time, and his response is that they can have sex and save the money.
Listen, has he ever, first of all, Marceau does not strike me as a romantic type. Now, he might be romantic to whoever he say to stay back a day for, but that might be her requirement. I don't know. I always hear these people be on these shows, on these relationship shows, and be like, he's not romantic. Was he romantic or ever? Or did you just think, that was good enough?
Marceau was never romantic, but
he does not strike me as now. Maurice seems like the candlelight and all of that. He seems like that type of dude that puts it on. You know what I'm saying? Marceau doesn't. The way he communicates don't sound like he just said, so what? We can have sex and save some money.
Yeah. Basically, she was trying to get the bag then. So she didn't care. She was on a mission to get the man with the bag to bring her up off the other side of town. Okay, the other side of the tracks. That's what she was concentrating on.
She did it, but she doesn't. Marceau seems like the type of dude that would be your side nigga. Not,
he is who he is. And he ain't finna change. Girl, he ain't even want to give you an extra room in that house for them kids. Okay, so we made it to Destiny's birthday brunch. Mel and Destiny got that effing girl dress on. Fucking girl. Fuck.
They look good.
They did. Destiny was saying how the day before was a bad day. Mel gets upset because she's like, why you ain't call me? And Destiny like, I gotta work on that. And so Mel is questioning, their relationship.
I don't talk when I'm having a bad day. I'm sorry, Mel, but that's just not how everybody operates.
I think most people's like that. If I'm feeling down, I'm probably not gonna answer the phone.
You won't hear from me. Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this ain't the time, They start discussing Destiny's divorce, and Kimmy is in complete shock. She's like, what? Like, and she was genuinely hurt that
Yeah, because she was like, let's celebrate. No, I'm not celebrating that. I guess the thing is, like, I still don't know when they got married.
oh my goodness.
That was the
It
fastest,
went by so fast.
so fast. Like, talk about didn't try. They pulled, was they married for 72 days? Like,
They probably got it. They probably got it annulled.
holy moly.
Yeah, yeah. He probably only married her because she was pregnant.
Well, that's stupid.
Well, he changed that real quick because clearly, according to this new girl, he was out there doing his own thing. So
But they didn't even seem like they liked each other when she was pregnant. Like, it was so, like, off.
it went bad quick.
It was
It went
already
bad
bad.
real quick.
Like, just have the baby. Why go ahead and get married and see how that worked out for you, you know? I don't know.
So Tiffany then showed up. Kimmy says most people know her because she had a surprise wedding for her husband at the baseball stadium.
See, and she seems like that type. She seems like, but then I often wonder, like, what type of dude is finna follow through on that?
These ones giving these perfect wedding advice, relationship advice. It clearly wasn't perfect because you had to have a surprise wedding to get him down the aisle. It clearly is not perfect.
But he went.
Yeah. I mean, shoot, he probably had everybody there. He probably figured out everybody here now got to do it. The news
that wouldn't work over here. Sorry, that wouldn't work over here.
The news and stuff, everybody was there. It was the what they said, the new baseball stadium.
During COVID, where everything was shut down.
It clearly was a big thing. So he probably just said, forget it.
That sounds like such a happy way to start. I mean, and to be honest, like, I wouldn't like it either. Like, vice versa. Don't call me over somewhere and be like, surprise, your wedding. And I'm gonna be like,
Right.
We
Kimmy
didn't talk about this.
That they met before because their kids go to school together. Okay. Tiffany then say, oh, Monster, yeah, I don't recall him vaping in the bathroom. And Kimmy's like, that's a question for Marrige. And then she's like, you know, not only are you spreading a child's business, she mad about that, but then the fact I got to hear from you before I hear from Marrige, that's an issue.
Why does she even know that? Like, I don't even know that would be information that I would know.
And you will probably know because, you know.
It would have to be one of my friend's kids, for real. Not somebody that goes to the school. Like, I wouldn't probably, you know. That's not something that I would store in my brain.
Because her son was probably in the bathroom.
Well, he would have to be. What was he doing?
Yeah.
What was he doing? But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Tony came home from school and said, yeah, so-and-so was vaping in the bathroom or smoking weed in the bathroom or whatever. And to be honest, when he was in high school, that could have been a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? He could have very well came home and been like, this happened and they was doing this in the bathroom. Unless it's one of my friend's kids, I'm not going to register that. I'm not going to now see one of the moms and be like, oh yeah, your kid was the one that was vaping in the bathroom. She just came there to do that.
She came there with that. She called herself coming in dropping bombs on everybody. She's a mean girl.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. And
I see Destiny and Kimmy getting closer relationship because of this.
Mel better watch her because if she's doing that, you better watch her with you. Does she know any of your tea that you don't want out? It'll probably be out there.
Yeah.
Then the conversation went on about Jalen and Monster. They were talking about the age difference. And while Destiny was talking, she kind of flipped her hair. And Kimmy was like, don't flip your hair while you And then we find out that Jalen had a crush on Destiny. And Kimmy thought it was cute till she found out that Destiny wasn't married. Then the whole conversation that they had was so cute because Destiny said, yeah, what would you think? And she was like, girl, you married. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't worried about
I
you.
can't even tell you how many times that has happened to me when Tony was like 14 and he was cute. Then he was 16 and they was like, oh. Then he got 18 and the girls at the job, I would be like, don't stop.
Yeah. That was cute. I like seeing Kimmy and Destiny because they
Yeah.
really are a lot alike.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I know everybody's upset, and like Destiny ain't telling her tea, and it's, you know, she's on TV and everything. But I feel like Kimmy would be like that too. You know, like it wouldn't be all.
If I got married,
No,
had a
it's putting out
baby, and
there.
a divorce, all within, I would say, a 2-year span, that's a lot. I wouldn't want to be sharing that with people either. That's you
Yeah.
know, she trying to save face for whatever.
Yeah, that's a lot. And then Melon putting it all out there. I don't think too many people is willing to put it
No, I
all.
definitely wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah, like
No.
they put it all out.
But Martell is a different type of dude.
Yeah.
That Mel is, you know.
Yeah. And then Tiffany said to Destiny, oh, I actually remember now. Now she remember. He had won an award and I saw him at the event. And then I saw you at Mel's house and I said, oh, didn't I meet you yesterday? And you was like, that wasn't me.
And that was messy too. And you would never do that. I would never do that. Did not meet you yesterday. You know you didn't. You know you didn't meet her yesterday.
She know. That girl didn't look like Destiny.
You're hateful. Whoever she is didn't look enough like Destiny for you to think that that's who you saw.
Absolutely not. She's messy.
Well, listen here, girl. Like, since you dragging niggas to the baseball field, you be expected to get your karma since you're out there just trying to throw daggers at people you don't even know. What did Destiny do for you to be coming at her like that? Does she used to say to everybody? She came in there like that. Yeah. Oh, why?
Yeah. Y'all should have had Tisha at the party. Maybe we would have found out the chick name that Marcel messing around with. Cause she clearly.
There's time. There's time. Goodness. Tisha, beware, because Tiffany's coming through and she's taking everybody down.
Man. And Tiffany, because Destiny get mad, she go to the bathroom and Tiffany's like, I'm not trying to be shady, and Destiny was being too dramatic. It's your birthday, girl, but I'm gonna let you cry. Like, what?
You weren't trying to be shady. What would you call that?
Did you want her husband and he didn't want you? Like, it's a lot of animosity there towards.
He don't like Destiny.
That's how we ended. The verdict is out. We don't like Tiffany.
No. And I'm looking forward to Tiffany getting some of her karma. That was just mean. Like, you came in firing at people that you know, you don't even know them. You just hello.
Hello. All right.
And you had to like trick your man to come into the baseball field to, you know, with the news people. Like, that's weird. Nobody wants to be a surprise wedding. Nobody. Not nobody's husband, nobody's wife. No person, I don't think, really wants to be tricked into a surprise wedding. If I was having a wedding, I would like to participate in something. Can I at least taste the daggone wedding cake, for God's sake?
Nope. It was like, here's your suit. Here you go.
That's
so
cute.
We'll see more about Miss Tiffany in the upcoming episodes. But y'all tell us what y'all think about that episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville.
We just did episode 3. It's getting juicy already.
But you know, they always do. It don't take much for Love and Marriage Huntsville to get juicy, honey.
And keep your eye on Martell. Let's see what he got to say on IG. I don't think he can stay quiet for long.
Okay, y'all, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and drop down in the comments, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.